Alright, so today we're going to start Lesson 6, Formatting Cells and Ranges. The skills today are inserting and deleting cells, manually formatting cell contents, copying cell formatting with the Format Painter, understanding paste special options, formatting cells with styles, working with hyperlinked data, and applying conditional formatting to cells. I do know that many of these skills you will find in your test coming up. So to begin with, it says that we need to open up our 06 patient visits insert delete data file. So let's go to our data files. For lesson 6. Here it is. And whenever you open up the file, make sure you enable editing. And I'm going to move it back. Alright, so we're going to insert cells into a worksheet. We're going to click in cell G5 to make it active. And on the Home tab, in the Cells group, we're going to click the Insert button. Okay, and when I do that, all cells in column G, beginning with G5, shift down one cell. Don't click on the arrow, just make sure you click on the top part of that button. We're going to go ahead and type in 590 and press the Enter key. Alright, it says to select 03 through 09. So I'm going to choose 03 through 09. And on the Home tab in the Cells group, I'm going to click the Insert button. And then I'm going to click on Insert Cells. The Insert dialog box shows up, and then we're going to click on the Shift Cells Right to make sure it's selected, as shown in the picture 6-2, and then click OK. So when we do that, notice that the cells formerly in 03 through 09 shift one cell to the right. The worksheet should look similar to the picture. Alright, we're on page 72. In cell 03, we're going to type November. And then we're going to type in the following numbers: 480, 502, 446, 577, 302, and 302. It says to save the workbook to your Excel Lesson 6 folder as 06 Patients Visits Insert Delete Solution. So File, Save As. I'm going to go to my MOAC folder, and I need to make a new folder, and I'm going to call it Lesson 6. Alright, and at the end of this, oh shoot, I'm going to have to retype that. 06 Patient Visits Insert Delete Solution. Let's go ahead and save. And we're going to leave this workbook open to use in the next exercise. Next, we're going to be deleting cells from a worksheet. So it says get ready, use the workbook you modified in the previous exercise. And we're going to click in cell P7, which is right here. On the Home tab, in the Cells group, we're going to click the Delete button arrow, and we're going to choose Delete Cells. The Delete dialog box opens, and we're going to choose Shift Cells Left, and then click OK. Alright, so 600 should have moved into that cell that we just deleted. And next, step 4, it says to highlight the range A8 through P8. And then we're going to right click the selection and we're going, which is a duplicate of the next row of data. Okay, so if you see this row is actually a duplicate, we're going to right click and click delete. And it says this time ensure that the shift cells to the left is selected, and we're going to click OK. And then press Control Home. So oh, sorry, I messed up there. Right click. I just clicked undo or did a Control Z. We're going to go to delete, and this time we are going to use shift cells up. I'm going to click OK. To delete a range of cells in a column, okay, we're going to highlight D3 through D8. And this time, I read the wrong direction there, but this time we are going to, on the Home tab, click the Delete button arrow, and we're going to choose Delete Cells. And yes, choose Shift Cells to the left, click OK, then press Control Home. Okay, so your document should look something like this, or similar to the picture in Figure 6-4. I'm going to save using the Quick Access toolbar, and it says to close the file. So you can go to File, Close. Next step says to pause, leave Excel open to use the next exercise. We're going to manually format cell contents. We're going to align, which align means to arrange in a line or bring into alignment. So we need to open up, and I can't do my open, so I have to go back this way. Open up 06 patient visit format cells. So right here, always click on enable editing, move that on over. And step 2 on page 74 says to select A3 through O3. Okay. And troubleshooting, it says manual formatting is applied only to selected cells. Therefore, you need to select a cell or a range of cells before applying the formatting. On the Home tab, in the alignment group, we're going to click on the right align button, which is right here. All numbers in the months columns are now right aligned. It says to choose, oh shoot, sorry, I'm on the wrong line. We actually needed to choose center for that. Okay. Then we're going to choose cell D4 through O8. This time we'll choose the right align. Okay, so if you can see, when I right align, all those numbers are now looking good. Next, choose C4 through C8. And on the Home tab, in the alignment group, we're going to click on the Increase Indent button. And the cell content moves towards the right cell border. We'll try that again. If we click the Increase Indent button, they move in just a little bit. It says to click the Decrease Indent button. The cell content moves back towards the left cell border. And we're going to save this workbook as in our Lesson 6 folder. I'm going to go back this way to find it. We're going to name this 06 Patient Cells Solution. Okay, save. Says to pause and leave the workbook open to use in the next exercise. Okay, click in cell A1, and on the Home tab in the Font group, in the Font menu, we're going to select the first option under the Theme Fonts at the top, Calibri Light. Only the text in cell A1 changes to the new font. Step 3 on page 76 with A1 still selected, we're going to open the font size menu and we're going to select font size of 18. The font size of the text changes to 18 points. And we're going to select A3 through O3 next. And it says to choose a font list, and we're going to find the font of Arial. With it still selected, we're going to change our font size to 10. And the column heading labels are now Arial 10 point. Save your workbook. And we're going to leave the workbook open to use in the next exercise. Next, we're going to use the mini toolbar. So it says to click in cell A1, and we're going to open the font color menu. And in the standard colors, choose red. The text Contoso Ltd now has red font color. It says to select A3 through O3. And under the font color, under the standard colors, we're going to choose the blue, which is that one. And it says to save. Save using the quick access toolbar. Leave the menu open to use, or leave the workbook open to use in the next exercise. Next, we're going to apply attributes. An attribute is a formatting characteristic such as bold, italic, or underlined text. Okay, so step 1 says to select A3 through O3, which is still selected. And in the font group, we're going to choose bold, then italic. And the column label appeared in bold and italic. Says to select cells A4 through B8. And we're going to click the bold button. Alright, it says to save. And leave our workbook open. Next, we're going to be filling the cells with color. So choose A3 through O3. And in the font group, we're going to click the Fill Color button arrow. The theme colors and standard color palettes appear. We're going to select blue, accent 1, lighter 80%. Okay, a light blue background is applied to the column row heading. And we're going to save the workbook and close the file. Alright, so, you know what, I need to move that in there. For our next step-by-step, we're going to be applying number formats. So we need to open up a new document out of our data files, 06 Contoso Revenue. Enable the editing. Move it out of the way here. It says to ensure that sheet 1 is active. Make sure you're clicked on sheet 1. And we're going to select B4 through D8. The data is currently formatted as general without commas or decimal places. On the Home tab in the Number group, we're going to open the Number Format menu as shown. Okay, and we're going to choose Currency. So when we click on Currency, the numbers are now formatted as dollars with 2 decimal places to represent cents. Okay, with B4 through D8 still selected, in the Number Format menu, we're going to choose Accounting. This format left aligns the dollar sign in each cell. In the Number group, we're going to click the Decrease Decimal button twice to display no decimal places. 1, 2, no decimal places are shown. The increase and decrease decimal buttons are shown in figure 6-15. The numbers are now displayed as whole dollars. Okay, step 8 on page 81 says to click in a blank cell such as A11. And we're going to click on sheet 2. Oop. Try that again. It says to select cells B6 through B11. Whoops. And in the Number group, we're going to click the comma style button, which is this little button right here. Notice that the numbers are formatted with a thousands separator and 2 decimal places, but no dollar sign when we choose comma style. With B6 through B11 still selected in the Number group, we're going to click on the Accounting Number Format button, which is actually this one too. And then we're going to click the Decrease Decimal button twice. These actions make the current range consistent with the number format on sheet 1. So we're going to select C6 through C11. And in the Number group, we can also format our numbers to dates. So we're going to choose short date, and our dates have all been modified to the short date format. It says to manually decrease the width of column C to eliminate the extra space. So to manually do that, we're just going to drag that cell over, or you could just simply double click. And it says to save this document as, in our Lesson 6 folder, 06 Contoso Revenue Solution. Alright. Formatting a number does not affect the value in the cell. Formatting simply changes the appearance of the number. So on page 82, there is a table that has different types of formatting styles that you can change your numbers to. Alright. So next we're going to be wrapping text in a cell. When a cell is formatted to wrap text, data that's too long to display within the cell's width automatically displays on the next line within the cell. Wrap text also increases row height automatically. If you later change the column width, the text wrapping and row height adjusts automatically. So we need to use the same document, and we're going to click on sheet 1. Notice that the content in the 2 cells in column A cannot fully be displayed because of the length. So we're going to click in cell A4 and then hold down the Control key and also click in cell A7 so that they're both selected. And on the Home tab, we can let go of the Control key once you have selected those. In the alignment group, we're going to click the Wrap Text button. The text in both cells wrap to the second line without affecting the column width. As shown in figure 6-16, notice that the Wrap Text button takes on a darker background. Okay, it's a little bit grayer, indicating that the text in the selected cells is wrapped. Okay, we're going to go ahead and save this workbook, and we're going to use it in the next exercise. Alright, next we're going to be merging cells and splitting merged cells. On sheet 1, we're going to select A1 through D1. And on the Home tab in the Alignment group, we're going to click on the Merge and Center button. The company name remains in a single cell, which is now centered across the columns. It says to choose A2 through D2. And on the Home tab in the Alignment group, open the Merge and Center menu, and we're going to select Merge and Center. The heading remains in a single cell, which is now centered across the columns. This step has the same effect on A2 through D2 as step 2 did on A1 through D1. Next, we're going to select A3 through D3. And from the Merge and Center menu, we're going to click Merge and Center. When you do that, read the error message that appears and click OK. Merging cells only keeps the upper left value and discards all other values. We're going to click OK. Okay, only the heading from the first column remains, which is not the desired effect. Press Ctrl Z or click the Undo button to undo the last change. It says to save the workbook and leave the workbook open to use in the next exercise. So right now I'm on page 85. We're going to place borders around cells. So on sheet 1, we're going to select A3 through D3, and on the Home tab, in the font group, we're going to click the Borders button, arrow to open the Borders menu, and we're going to select the top and bottom border. Whoops. Which is right here. Okay. The selected text now has a top and bottom border. If we unclick, you'll see the two lines. With A3 through D3 still selected, we're going to open the Borders menu in the font, and we're going to select more borders this time. In the Format Cells dialog box, click the Border tab if necessary. A thicker line weight, such as the 5th line, in the second column under Style. How about that one right there? Okay. So let's click on a thicker line. Then click the top and bottom border button line shown in the preview to the right to apply the thicker line. So we're going to click here and here. You can see it in the preview. And then it says to open the color list, and under standard colors we're going to choose the blue option. Okay, which should turn our border lines blue. Oh, we then need to click once again on these to turn it blue, and then click OK. Okay, so your document should look something like this. We're going to go ahead and save the workbook, and then it says to close the file, so you would go to File, Close, but we're going to use Excel for the next exercise. Next, we're going to use the Format Painter. So we need to go and open up 06 Contoso Paint Special out of our data files. Painter Paste Special, there we go. I'm going to click Enable Editing, and it says to click on Sheet 2, and we're going to click cell A5. On the Home tab, in the Alignment group, we're going to click the Center button, and in the Font group, we're going to click the Underline button. In the Font group, we're also going to click the Font Color button, and we're going to choose Dark Blue Text 2. On the Home tab, in the Clipboard group, click the Format Painter. The mouse pointer changes to a pointer plus a paintbrush. And we're going to drag over B5 and C5. Okay, the formatting from A5 is applied to B5 and C5. If the Format Painter is active, click the Format Painter again, or press Escape to turn it off, which mine is off. And we're going to save our workbook to our Excel Lesson 6 folder as. So go to your Lesson 6 folder. And we're just going to add solution to the end. And save. Alright. It says leave the workbook open to use in the next exercise. Next we're going to use Paste Special. And we need to make sure we're on Sheet 2. It says that in cell A12, we're going to type Jacobson, Lola, and we're going to select B11 through C11, and we're going to press Control-C to copy to the clipboard. And in cell B12, we're going to click, and then we're going to go to our Paste button, and paste. We're going to click on Paste Special. The Paste Special dialog box opens as shown, and we're going to click Formats, and then click OK. Which then only the formatting from B11 through C11 or from B11 to C11 is applied to B12 through C12. In B12 we're going to type 1534, press the Tab key, and in C12 we're going to type 12-15-17 and press Enter. Alright, step 9 says to, in cell A13, to type total. Alright, then we're going to click in cell B13, and on the Home tab in the Editing group, we're going to click on the Auto Sum button and then press Enter. So the values in B6 through B12 are totaled. We're going to click in cell B13 and then we're going to copy it, Control C, to the clipboard. And then it says to right click in cell B14 and we're going to go to Paste Special, and in the Paste Special dialog box we're going to click on Values and then click OK, and then press Escape to cancel the moving border in B13. Only the value from the formula of B13 was copied to B14. The formula itself or any cell, not the formula itself or any cell formatting, as you can see in the formula bar. Go ahead and delete cell B14, and then we're going to save and close the file. Alright, so next we're going to open up 06 Contoso Cell Styles. And we're going to make sure that we're on sheet 1. It'll always enable the editing. And it says to click in cell A1, and on the Home tab in the Styles group, we're going to open the Styles, Cell Styles menu. The gallery appears as shown, and we're going to select heading 1. It applied the style to our title. Next, we're going to click in cell A2, and we're going to open the Cell Styles gallery once again, and this time we'll choose Accent 1, which is a blue background with white text is applied. Step 8 on page 89 says to select cell A8 through D8, and in the Cell Styles group we're going to choose Totals, or Total. Bold is applied and a thin blue border appears above and a double underline appears below. It should look similar to the picture in figure 6-23. We're going to go ahead and save the workbook to your Excel Lesson 6 folder. So File, Save As. Go to your Lesson 6 folder. And we're going to type in Solution at the end. Save. And it says to close the file. Alright, and next we're going to add in hyperlinks. So we need to open up the 06 Contoso hyperlink document. Always enable your editing. Okay, and we're going to click on sheet 2 and click in cell A15 and type company website. Press enter, and it says to manually widen column A until all content is displayed. Alright. It says to right click in cell B15 and we're going to choose hyperlink, and in the insert hyperlink dialog box we're going to type under address, gotta go to website. Under address we're going to type HTTP www contoso.com / and we're going to click OK. It says to click in cell A16 next, and we're going to type quarter 4 revenue and press Control Enter. Alright, and it says A16 should still be selected. We're going to click on the Insert tab and then click on the Hyperlink button. And under Link to, we need to click on Place in this document. And in the Or select Place in this document, we're going to click on Sheet 1 and then click OK. You know what though? I misspelled text to display. Too many E's. It says to click OK. And 2 hyperlinks now appear in the worksheet as shown as this picture. It says to save this document as, in our Lesson 6 folder, Contoso Hyperlink Solution. Go ahead and save. And it says to leave this workbook open to use in the next exercise. We're going to remove a hyperlink now. So it says to click the hyperlink in cell B15. Because the hyperlink points to a website, your default web browser opens. See if anything actually opens up here. Not really. We'll close out of that. Close the browser and then click the quarter 4 revenue. It should take us to sheet 1. Alright, and let's go back to sheet 2. It says to right click the hyperlink in cell B15 and we're going to click on remove hyperlink. Notice that the hyperlink is removed but the URL remains. Go ahead and save the document and then close the file. Alrighty. Next we're going to apply conditional formatting. So we're going to open up 06 Patients Conditional Formatting and we're going to select D4 through 08. And on the Home tab, in the Styles group, we're going to click on Conditional Formatting and then select Highlight Cells Rule, and then we're going to choose Greater Than. The Greater Than dialog box appears, and in the Format Cells that are greater than text box, we're going to type 600. Okay, leave the default fill color as shown, and we're going to go ahead and click OK. It says that cells that contain a value greater than 600 are formatted with a red, light red background color, and dark red text color. This data represents months in which physicians were seeing more than the ideal number of patients. It says to go ahead and save our document as, in our Lesson 6 folder, as Patient Visits Conditional Formatting Solution. We're going to save, and you can go ahead and close the file. Alright, next we're going to open up 06 Patients Conditional Formatting 2. We're going to apply some more conditional formatting. Go ahead and hit Enable Editing. And it says to select D4 through 08. On the Home tab in the Styles group, we're going to open the Conditional Formatting menu, and we're going to select the Clear Rules, and we're going to clear rules from selected cells. Alright, next we're going to open the conditional formatting button, and we're going to choose Manage Rules. The Conditional Formatting Rules Manager dialog box opens, and we're going to click the New Rule button. In the New Formatting Rule dialog box, we're going to select the Format Only Top and Bottom Ranked Values. The box changes as shown. Okay, in the Edit the Rule Description, we're going to click on the percentage of selected range, and we're going to click the Format button. The Format Cells dialog box opens, and we're going to click the Fill tab and then select the light red, almost pink color box, the 6th box in the 3rd row. Which is that one. Alright, let's see. And then click OK. We'll click OK again. In the Conditional Formatting's Manager Rule box, click New Rule. And in the New Rules dialog box, select the Format Only Top or Bottom Ranked Values. And in the Edit the Rule Description, we're going to choose Bottom, and then click the percentage of range, and then we'll choose Format. And this time, in the Format Cells dialog box, we're going to click the light yellow background color on the 3rd row of the Fill tab. Okay, I think that's about right. Let's see, and then click OK twice. And then it says to click OK to the Rules Manager, and the Rules Manager applies the rules to the selected cells as shown in the figure. So yours should look something similar to this picture as mine does as well. And it says to go ahead and save the workbook to your Lesson 6 folder. Save as Lesson 6. We're going to name this one Revised Solution. Save it, and then it says to close the file. And voila, we're done. But just note right here, it says that the Excel Rules Manager enables you to create, modify, apply, remove, and manage conditional formatting, including multiple criteria. This stuff that we just did, this conditional formatting, is very important. We will be doing that on your test, your Excel test. So you need to keep this stuff in mind. Alright, go ahead and do the knowledge assessment and the 2 projects if you have the time. Great job.